this Sunday night special guest in the building. The God Raekwon the Chef. What's good? What's good?
The legendary Raekwon the Chef. How you doing, brother?
Chilling, my dude. What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm glad you actually, made it to the show. I've been on the station for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Been trying to get you and Ghost up in here for other shows I've had over the years, and I'm glad that you're here right now, brother.
No doubt. Glad to be here with you, brother.
Definitely, man. It's a pleasure. Pleasure's all ours, man.
Respect.
So, it's happy days, man. It's happy days. It's good to have you here.
No
September
doubt.
the 8th? Is it still September the 8th?
September the 8th.
Let's talk about this.
It's on, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's back to that real vintage hip-hop again, you know what I mean? Like I said, for me, all the people that I know that love real hip-hop, it's like I'm going to stand up for them this time, you know what I'm saying? And
it's
really,
needed, trust me.
Yeah, it's like I know everybody getting tired of the commercial, typical hip-hop of today. You know what I mean? I want to take it back to MCs when MCs were special, and DJs and MCs is like best friends. It's like right now we kind of like distant cousins right now.
Yeah, for real.
So my thing is to make sure that we take it to where we need to take it right now with the real hip hop. So Cuban Links 2 is definitely what you want, bro. Believe me.
All right. So do you think it was a conscious decision for you to wait till now to do that though? Because I know, since you dropped that album, every other album you've done between everybody's been talking about Cuban Links.
Yeah.
Going to be a part 2.
Yeah.
I know from hearing the Lex Diamond, the skit, you kind of got peed off with that, right?
Yeah.
So what made you think right now I'm going to do this? I'm going to do this right now.
Well, first of all, my G, it's like first and foremost, you know what I mean? I feel like Cuban Links was my introduction when I didn't have no record deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Them rhymes right there. That was without having any kind of accessibility to the industry yet. You know what I mean? This is what I came from in the streets. So anything that you see I was talking about on Cuban Links, it was based on a true story, true philosophy, true lyrics, from a street cat. You know what I mean? That came out the street of, dealing with drugs and, just running around with the wrong crowd. All that energy I brung to the first album. And I think that when we made the first one, we wasn't worried about making a second one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You got it off your chest and you was moving on.
Yeah. It was just about growing as an MC or whatever. Make a long story short, that album kind of like built up the industry of today. You know what I mean? In the early 90s, that album helped a lot of people, get their inspiration. Find their style, period. You know what it is.
Definitely, man.
So how do you feel about that? Because that album, not only was it a classic from the jump, like you said, it changed the game, and it inspired a whole generation of MCs.
Yeah.
And that's something you don't really get, almost get.
I mean, I feel like Martin Luther King. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? I was a part of a movement that basically allowed everybody to, come into somewhere where they probably was afraid to talk about. I was the first one to talk about, growing up like that and, smoking wools and sniffing coke back in them days or whatever. But
before it was cool, right?
But for them days, them was our glory days, you know what I mean? And I know for me as being an MC, these are the kind of elements that helped us write harder, And RZA told me even back then, he like, yo, this particular album, everybody's gonna get stuck. Me, I'm just looking at it as like, yo, I'm getting a shot right now. I'm getting a shot to get out the streets and doing all the stuff that I was doing. I didn't care about whoever caught on to it. But then as I started to,
see what's going on around you.
Yeah, everybody was like, yo, Cuban Links. I'm like, hold up, all right, we did that one. Now check out this one. Artists is out to grow, you know what I mean? We ain't out to stay in one spot all the time and keep giving you the same stuff.
Exactly.
On top of me and Ghost being on 2 different labels, you know what I mean? Because that's how we told everybody when we came in. It's like, yo, we coming in as a group, but everybody got the potential to do their own solo album.
That's the first time anybody in the industry did that as well. Like as a group, everybody, like 9 different solo albums on different labels.
Real talk.
Making history. You help everybody eat. Trust me.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And at the end of the day, it's like, I think that people didn't want to open up their minds to seeing that everybody is doing something different for themselves, you know what I mean? People kind of got stuck on the Ray and Ghost thing, and they always wanted that. To me, that's somebody just being favoritizing what they want.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Obviously, you're an individual.
Exactly. I'm a man that's going to try to go do different things and get into other things as well. You know what I mean? And I think that when people was like saying, yo, we want the Ray and Ghost thing, I'm like, it's cool, but take this. Yeah. And it seemed like when I was giving them the music, it was like they was respecting it, but everybody wanted what they wanted. Definitely. You know what I mean? So it kind of like took away from what I felt a MC would, it's his worst nightmares for you to not see his growth and development. I never tried to make a mobilarity like Cuban Links. We know that. Definitely. You know what I mean? To me, a mobilarity was me putting my knapsack on my back and going out there and being a man and getting involved in the industry the way I supposed to as an artist. You know what I mean? But people was like, nah, we want the Ray and Ghost, blah, 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 blah.
That must be annoying,
so
man.
It was kind of like a gift and a curse, but it ain't nothing to really get past.
Because look at you now, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Still here. Still,
exactly.
Thanks to y'all, of course.
All good, all good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about him. Like, obviously, Ghost, I presume, well, I know he's on some of the cuts. Who else have we got on it, and like producers as well?
Yeah, well, first of all, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is part 2, so we wanted to make this one even more high-powered than the first one, you know what I mean? I got a all-star cast of giant producers on, you know what I mean? You got this up there. You got the late, great Jay Dilla. You know what I'm saying? You got Pete Rock, you got Marley Marl. You got Eric Cern.
You know what? You just made us all very happy. Trust me.
You know, we put it like this. You know what I'm saying? Hard on this album. You know, like I said, just having that kind of producer family times more powerful because everybody was concentrating on the first one. You know what I mean? As far as production is concerned. Me, this second one is better than the first one. I'm not gonna say better because I never try to judge classics to be better than another classic. This one, my main thing was to not to try to outdo it. You know what I mean? You can't outdo you already did. Never be another Ice Cream, another Scarface, the way I look at it. But what I did do a little bit more because everybody that underground.
I think it's time for that.
Okay. Check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Top 5 Dead or Alive.
MCs.
Rakim. Kane. Cool G.
Definitely.
Me.
Yes.
I'm gonna put me in there because I'm still writing. One more, B.I.G.
Yeah,
he was ill.
That's a good choice.
B.I.G. No doubt. Rest in peace, big.
Definitely rest in peace. So can I ask you something? I mean, I don't know if I'll get in trouble with this, but on one of the segments in Cuban Links, you were talking about people who were buying Nas album cover and all that stuff.
Right.
Like people who really know probably thought that you were talking about Big. Is that true or not?
That was true.
It was true.
I mean, you know, it was true. It wasn't where we made it hard for. Well, first and foremost, I want to say I love Big.
Definitely, yeah.
Rest in peace, Big. You know, I don't want to even like speaking on it too much, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because y'all true hip hop.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? At its finest. But yeah, Ghost was going at Big because of the album cover that Big did. You know what I mean? One thing Wu-Tang, you know, when we was reigning, it was only a few of us in New York that was really compatible.
Right.
And it was Mobb Deep, Nas, Big, and us. Right. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's the competition right there. And you know, when Ghost said what he said, it wasn't like it was premeditated, like, yo, we just gonna try to slam the feelings. He was in there doing, I'm out there and at him, and he's doing this. You know, one thing about us feelings, when it comes, Ghost ain't like the fact that a cover, like, look at it like, be original. And when he said, we knew that we just friendly competition as an MC, him, because he definitely, but at the same token, originality is something that Wu-Tang, we are infatuated with. We want to be able to, you know, see dudes that we love be them. Like build your own mess. Like you didn't like Big ain't have to make an album cover like Nas to be respected. But I guess he seen what Nas did and said, yo, I could do it too. Ghost took offense to that. Me, I'm a middleman because it's on my album, which Ghost is guest starring on, so it looked like Ray is shooting at him as well.